Hello and welcome back to TNI UK Impacted episode 224. God, I can't believe how many episodes we've done, Joe.
Oh,
Anyway,
good.
it's going great. Coming to you live via the Total Non-Stop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. And if you listen on the go, they're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite shows. I am, of course, your host, Bison. And today I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, coming to us from the void of his own mind, of course, the Joeker. Hello, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. And of course, because you are coming to us direct from your own mind, we can't see you today.
Nope. I'm in an empty space at the moment, guys. Need to do my back some good, so sitting on a chair.
Well, don't worry, guys. Joe will be back with us on webcam very, very soon. He's sitting on a chair. He's got his desktop out, and he is, unfortunately, the webcam, he doesn't have a webcam for that at the moment, but I'm sure he's going to get that sorted as soon as he can. But hey, the main thing is you can hear his lovely, lovely voice, and that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I suppose. Yeah, I suppose, mate.
Yeah, who wants to listen to me? Seriously.
Oh, sunshine. They do. Apologies, Craig again is not with us this week, but he promises he'll be back with us next week. I know that he's had a lot on recently.
Yeah,
it's very difficult for him to commit to commit to a certain time and all that kind of stuff. So
and happy birthday to you, Craig, yesterday as well.
Yes, happy birthday to the TNI, the latest member, of course, of the TNI team. I believe he was 40. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, 40 years young. Craig is 40 years young, and he's still doing little box, medium box, big box, and all the rest of it. So he's still smashing it. He is the Limpster. But there you go. No, well, I don't think you realise, Mia, that we don't get paid to do this. This is just us. It's not really work. It's a hobby, but we enjoy it. And that is the main thing, we put this together ourselves. We don't really earn any money as such out of any of this. Whatever money we do get in just goes back into the channel to pay for things like the streaming service, subscriptions to this, to that, and all the rest of it. So, it is important though that you guys do support the channel as much as you can, because all the support that you guys give help us to continue providing this platform that we enjoy so much. But yeah, so that there you go. Not really a job, Mir, but I get what you're saying. And Somerset's in the house, Mir's in the house, Gibster's in the house, Terence is in the house. We have got, yes, there you go. Hey, Somerset, nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone. It really does mean a lot, and I know obviously with the we're here with our clocks and all the rest of it, they went forward an hour, so we were a little bit worried that you might actually forget about us or tune in at a different time. But the main thing is that we're here. Hopefully we'll get a few more people join us as the show progresses. But Joe, shall we get smack into the news, rumors, and of course the Impact recap of the week?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, so new episode of Joe Hendry's Food Fight on TNA Plus. They're becoming a more regular thing again now. Make sure you go and check that out. I do quite enjoy these food fights. You get a good insight into who Joe is as a person, which is I think it's quite cool, don't you, Joe?
Yeah, I do. I think it's great to see.
Really is good. It really is good. Now, Moose has been mentioning that he's going to be attending this Friday's Invicta show, which I think is really cool. I believe it's on CBS Sports in the US. So they've got a show going on, and Moose is going to be there. I wonder whether that's a hint that we might be seeing TNA turn up on the CBS channel at some point. I don't know. What do you think?
Good. Yeah, that'd be a good place for him to go for the US.
You never know. We'll talk about that a bit more in a second. But We've had the Elijah shirt, and of course, the new Joe Hendry World Champion shirt's been released on TNAmerch.com. Have you seen it?
Not yet. No, I've seen some of the new Hardy shirts though. They're looking bloody amazing too.
Yeah, the Hardy shirts are really cool. I actually like the Hardy shirt. I'm thinking of getting one actually. And I really like the Elijah one. It's like some sort of world tour thing,
Yeah,
which I quite like. And then the Joe Hendry one is like the I believe in like JH or whatever, the shirt.
yeah.
And then underneath it says World Champion, which I think is quite cool. But yeah, I mean the merch store is really like up in his game. I mean, I saw Bill bought some trainers, TNA trainers the other day, which
Oh, cool.
he unveiled on the Thursday night show, which I thought was really good. But yeah, they got some interesting stuff on there now, and they're proper up in their game on the merch. Have you managed to purchase any, Joe? I'm thinking of doing a bag. I'm thinking of doing a a big shop soon.
At the moment, I just haven't got the money at the moment. So at the moment, no. I'll probably wait to see what's coming up towards the end of the year. Hopefully, have some money saved up by then. But
Well, I'll tell you what, Joe. Next time I do a shop, if you send me over one that you like, I'll chuck it in the bag for you. All right.
Thank you.
No worries, buddy. No worries. Right. Joe Hendry, Masha Slamovich, and Casey Navarro get coached at the UBS arena by members of the youth team. I thought this was real fun to watch, and I thought really good promotional stuff for Slammiversary. Did you see this?
No, I haven't. This is the first I've heard of it. I wish I'd seen it on. They put it on their website because I checked their website recently for all the latest news and stuff, and it's nothing on there.
It came out. Well, I saw it. On X,
Yeah.
and it's hilarious. It's really, really good. I think it's really good. Really good sort of advertising, promotional stuff with regards to obviously Slammiversary coming up, TNA with the at the UBS arena kind of thing. I thought it was I thought it was fun. I hope they do a lot more stuff like this because I think that will again, because UBS will be promoting these little things as well. So I think it's really cool. I mean, that's the thing. You need to get out there and check it. Get out there and check it out. So Gibster, we don't talk about spoilers on here. Anyway, it was released via Fightful that TNA Plus subs have doubled in the past 12 months. What fantastic news!
Yeah, it's amazing. That's been popping up once or twice. They've added that to the website, really showing it that the submissions have doubled, and they're really pleased for it. It's amazing.
I think that's amazing. I think that's absolutely fantastic, and it's a testament to how hard everyone's been working since obviously the rebranding to TNA. I think it's going really well. I'm sure everyone's going to start spouting this because of our working with WWE, blah blah blah, and I'm sure it is part of it, But at the end of the day, there's no point in working with WWE if it's not going to benefit you in any way. So there you go. There's a potential benefit there. Fantastic, but don't just remember this: they might be coming to TNA because of WWE, but they're staying for TNA.
Definitely, it's amazing. It's great news.
Doesn't matter how they get there. All that matters is that they come and they see and they stay. That's all that matters. But all the Gail Kim rumors, including the ultimatum, look to be embellished. So it seems Gail Kim reached out to Negative BQ to inform him that the rumor of the ultimatum was actually not true. So I think earlier or towards the tail end of last week, possibly BQ had a contact that told him that there was some kind of ultimatum between her and the other chap on creative and blah blah blah. And by all accounts, according to Gail, that is not true. I think listening to Mike Gilbert the other day, I think what he was saying, I kind of agree. Like quite often, you get this being reported and that being reported, and quite often the truth is in the middle. So
definitely.
Yeah, I think I'm sure at some point we'll end up finding out. Maybe it'll come out on a on a what they call it. What's the show I forgot what the name of the show is now. The one that does like all the bad stories of the wrestling stuff. What's that called?
Oh god, I can't remember. No, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember. Oh god, I'm not going to jump on YouTube and have a look. So I can't remember the name for it. So
It's that Dark Side the Ring. That's it. Dark Side the Ring. Yeah. So
I was going to say it's that one match they did a huge documentary on Chris Benoit, and I didn't want that to be the big top talking point.
That's it. Yeah. And I did not catch that. Help me out with this one, Somerset. I didn't catch Jim Cornette doing a review of Impact.
Wow.
He said he thought it was harsh. I've not actually seen it, and I would say it probably was harsh because that's what his whole that's what his gimmick is. His gimmick is just to be a prick about everything, isn't it?
Hey, yes, the Limpstar. Happy birthday, buddy.
Here he is, the birthday boy. The birthday boy's made it. Dark side at the bottom. That's right. You've got it, boy. You've got it. But no, sorry, Gibster. No, I do know about it. But what I'm saying is that we just don't generally talk about spoiler stuff. So
I've marked it down as a rumor in the description of what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's a potential. Obviously, it's all out there, but it's just something that we try not to talk about because at the end of the day, all it does, if we talk about all that stuff, then later on, what is the point in having a show? Because it's already because obviously we've already spoke about it, so it'd be a subject that we won't be able to talk about later on when it happens. But there you go. Yes. Cornette is a fucking dick. And
he's got herpes. That's about TNA for ages.
At the end of the day, that's his gimmick. Being a complete prick is his gimmick. So yeah, there you go. Where will Gail Kim end up next? NXT, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or my guess, and I put it out there on X yesterday, I think she's going to end up with Scott D'Amore at MLPW. Anyway, you heard it here first. I think that's where she's going to end up. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, it'll be. I think MLPW will be the most obvious choice. But I know Jim Ross has said he'll endorse her coming over if Tony Khan decides to actually pay attention to her and bring her in. And I think if Gail Kim could go to AEW and actually try and work with Tony Khan and sort of get his ego in check and everything, which I don't think is going to happen. But if she could do something to wake him up to how good of the amount of talent that you've got in the women's roster there and actually book them and properly, or better is the better choice of words, sorry. Book them better and give them longer matches and more of a showcase, then it would really improve their products a lot more.
You're talking about AEW. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you talk about AEW roster.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. Is Madison Rayne still over there? I mean, I could imagine Gail going and joining Madison. I guess.
I think she's on Ring of Honor. I think.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But she's still she's still on like AEW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally believe. I honestly believe she's going to end up with Scott because they're like fucking best buds, aren't they? Canadian best buds. But I don't know. Gail Kim would be expected to wrestle at AEW. Yeah, she probably would. They probably would want to get her in the ring, I would imagine. Even if it was just, once. I'm pretty sure that they want to do that. But, yeah. But anyway, rumors are now circulating. The TNA Anthem are in talks with CBS for a move, which could see TNA move to a much bigger TV platform in the US. And of course, Paramount Global has been banted about. Is also with all the recent comments surrounding a TV distribution deal, and is their biggest priority at this moment in time. Where do we think they're going to land? I think a lot of people are like, CBS, but they've already got Invicta over on CBS Sport. I think yes, CBS Sport is a definitely an upgrade to Access TV in terms of availability, but I don't think that is a big enough upgrade of what they're looking for. I think they're looking for more than that, and I'm not sure in terms of how all the different TV networks or whatever, corporations over there are all connected. So, I know that like CBS, for instance, own subsidiaries of other
Yeah.
networks, and so do Paramount Global. I'm not sure if Paramount Global have got anything to do with CBS. I'm not really quite sure. I don't know. Some of you guys in the chat probably be a little bit more knowledgeable on that side of things when it comes to American
Disney's
TV.
a huge example. You know, they own almost everything.
There you go. There you go. Disney own pretty much everything. You're right. So yeah, but the main thing is that is clearly a big priority for TNA right now is to get a bigger distribution, get into more homes, so that more and more people can see the product, and see how good it's getting. I don't give a monkeys what people like, Cornette says, because at the end of the day, he just is a dick, and that's his thing. He just
Yeah.
basically hates anything that any modern, any modern wrestler. He just hates it. He's not even overly keen on WWE these days. He's not over keen on WWE. He absolutely despises AEW, and clearly he's not, by the sound of it, not particularly keen on Impact or TNA either now. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, with AEW recently signing Kevin Knight, a lot of TNA fans are a little disappointed he did not land back as a permanent talent for TNA. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Joe? Because it is a bit disappointing, because I think Kevin, clearly they saw a lot in Kevin, because they kept sort of kind of showcasing him a little bit, like before all of a sudden he disappeared. It was almost like they were pushing him a little bit, in a sense of what they were going to. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. And then all of a sudden he was gone. Obviously at the time he was a New Japan Pro Wrestling talent, so maybe they called him back. I don't know, but either way, I can't believe that TNA didn't make a play for Kevin Knight. I'm sure.
No, I think he was a free agent when he was finally getting that push. He was a free agent. He just didn't seem to. He wanted to keep his options open by the looks of things, and obviously he's seen more potential in AEW than he has in TNA for some reason. But wherever he's going, good luck to him. And because he's
Either that or
incredible
money. I'd say it was just a bigger money. I would imagine, but I don't know. Oh, Rio made an appearance on Raw. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I just saw the comment come up from me, so I thought I'd pop it up for everyone.
Oh, nice. Hey, Punk, how are you? Nice to see you, bud. Thanks for joining us again, like you do every week, which is good to see you. Now, do you think TNA moving towards more corporate experienced backroom staff will make a difference moving forward? What do you think?
It's hard to say off the top of my head, because I know jack shit about corporate stuff. If you think corporate, I think WWE, and most of that was gimmick corporate stuff. But guys that know the industry and know how to really push the product as a brand rather than I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like I said, it's a bit hard for me to put into context how I feel and think about it, because I really don't know what to say. I think it's a good idea, and they've still got guys like Dina and Tommy Dreamer, Sammy Callahan, guys who have worked in wrestling. To steer them in the right direction if they're going too far in the wrong off the mark, shall we say?
I think what's important is that if you're going to bring corporate people to do certain jobs backstage, that they have experience within an industry to a certain degree. But just because you are a wrestler doesn't mean that you're going to be good at running a wrestling show.
Oh, exactly.
And that's the thing. So I totally kind of understand it to a degree, that what they're doing. And it seems like the people that they're bringing in, they're not totally like green. They do have like a sports background, whether it be, I mean, I know that TNA, wrestling is more kind of sports entertainment, so it's slightly different, but it's still a sport as such.
Yeah.
So I get what they're doing. I think also a more credible people that they've got backstage with when it comes to getting good deals, signing, like for instance TV deals, etc. It gives the TV companies, for instance, if they know that these guys track record that they're bringing in,
Yeah.
that gives them a bit more credibility as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that and fresh faces is all bad publicity gone as well. So that's the other thing that all these contracts and stuff are going to be looking for.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally. I kind of get it. But there you go. That's like Somerset saying, how many great footballers are actually shit coaches? It's true. Yeah, absolutely. And again, you're right. Most of them have been pretty crap at becoming managers. You're right. Most of the managers have never really, have never really done. I mean, look at Klinsmann. I mean, I don't believe Jurgen Klinsmann was that particularly a great manager. People like that. Yeah, amazing footballer, but not a particularly great manager. I missed that one. What did something about Kevin Knight? I think Gibster just put.
Yeah, he said that they were definitely interested in Kevin Knight, or he thinks they definitely were, but they signed Leon Slater, who was similar. He's a similar type of wrestler, and probably a lot easier to work with.
He was probably cheaper to sign.
Yeah.
And I guess they could mold him as well. They could really mold him, and they're pushing him like crazy.
Yeah.
And he's fantastic. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I really hope they sign Diary. So we've talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
I so hope that they sign Diary because they've got, like I said, they've got a ready-made tag team at some point if they really want it. And Diary is a great singles guy as well. So you've got a double-edged sword there. Very talented, unique kind of presentation to work with. I think he's perfect for TNA personally, but that's the type of guy that they can work with and really build and turn into something like memorable and a real like what's the word, like
standout talent.
Yes. Yeah, like over the years, there's been so many standout talents for TNA. These guys could be. Well, Leon Slater is definitely. There for a long term as well. I think the other thing was, from what I could gather, I think they signed Leon Slater for quite some time as well. Haven't they signed him for like 5 or 6 years or something? It was quite a long one. I'm pretty sure of it. Yes, I heard that, Mir. Yeah, WWE has some charts in the UK recently. Yeah, I did hear that. Let's just hope they don't pick up Diarese. But there you go. I hope not. Now, with news, we could get to see the Dudleys versus the Hardys one more time. Do we think that this could happen at Slammiversary?
Oh, Matt's been teasing this. He's been saying, should we do it at WrestleMania? Should we do it at Slammiversary? Oh, I'd love to see them both, to be honest, and then have a rubber match like next year at the Hardy compound.
Have a proper Hardy compound match. That would be great. But no, I'd love to see these guys back in the ring again. I think it would be a hell of an attraction as well for Slammiversary. And like I've always said, they need to be putting some big matches on that card for Slammiversary to really attract to fill the place out. Because I don't think I still don't think they're gonna hit about 8,500. I reckon maybe a little bit more, but I think if they were to hit 8,500 for Slammiversary, that would be amazing.
That'd be cool.
That would be amazing. But to do that, they're gonna need to do something. Now, talking about big names for Slammiversary, did I hear recently that AJ Styles is not gonna be up for free agency or whatever, or he's not planning on re-signing with WWE or something? I don't know. I'm just going to throw that one out there.
That's a rumor I saw once a couple of weeks ago, but I take it as a rumor more than anything else. And but if he comes back to TNA, that would be really cool, because I would love to see AJ Styles versus Joe Hendry. AJ Styles versus Nick Nemeth would be awesome too. And AJ Styles versus Moose is something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people love to see too, and Eddie Edwards as well.
Yeah, man, it would be cool to see one final run, even if it was just like 6 months leading up to Bound for Glory or something. Just like even 3 months leading up to Bound for Glory, you could get some great matches in. But that would be really good. And then Hall of Fame, baby. AJ Styles has to go into the TNA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he said last year that he'll only go in once he's finished wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. I got a feeling that his wrestling, he's winding down. It's like
Yeah.
we're talking. This could be the last couple of years of his career. So yeah, interesting stuff. Let's get into Impact, Joe. Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's get into Impact. So the official liaison between TNA and NXT, Ariana Grace, joined Tom Hannaford and Matthew Raybolt for the opening contest as Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. Ash by Elegance battled NXT's Gigi Dolan. Am I saying that right, Gigi? It is Gigi, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. Both NXT's Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, as well as Spitfire, were seen watching the match from backstage after being banned from ringside last week. The personal concierge pushed Paxley off the top rope as Ash capitalized with was it called verified air or something to get the win. After the match, Paxley and Dolan buried Ash in her own celebration cake.
Make a wish. I thought this was hilarious. Like, pissed myself laughing.
This was good stuff. Yeah, this was a good way. I thought this was a really good way to open the show. A bit of fun. Yeah, I thought it was good.
The best thing is that the actual tag team action between from Masha and Head Violence in the ring was really solid and really, really like serious. Like we've been wanting to see, really serious attitude from them in the ring. Then as soon as the match is over, it's back to their character work. I thought it's great how they're doing that now. It's working. Totally. The matches is really, really enjoyable.
I think the matches are a lot of fun. I think they are fun. I still want. I don't know. I still struggle with the whole character being kind of pushed too much in the ring, because I think like it makes Ash especially a little bit jokey as a wrestler. You know what I mean? And I think that's a shame, because I think she's really good. I've seen some fantastic matches of her from Australia. And she's good. She's really good. And we're not seeing that in TNA, that side of her as much, but she's really is much, much better. She really is. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's definitely all good. Gia Miller interviewed Leon Slater, and he was talking about revenge on against Nemeths in the main event. I'm really liking the way Leon is portraying himself. He's really staying true to his roots. He's not deviating away from the fact that he's clearly from the West Midlands.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. And I love the fact he's introducing his sort of kind of his language. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, what are your thoughts on the way they're pushing him at the moment?
I think it's fantastic that they're pushing him. It's like, this is the push we wanted to see. It came a lot sooner than I thought, but the Hardys backing him, Joe Hendry backing him, most of the roster backing him. He's shown that he can cope under pressure. And, like ASOS and Chris Bey and the Rascals, he's like one of these guys that got so much potential, and he's way ahead of his time, and he's showing it and living up to it. So he's outliving all expectations. So push him as much as you can and see where he can go.
I agree. I totally agree. I think he's going to be huge. I really do. I think he's going to be like just an absolute legend of TNA in 10 years' time. Everyone's going to be going, oh, Leon Slater is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, remember this match, remember that match. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But we then got Ash by Elegance. She looked quite upset, to be honest, backstage, maybe embarrassed. I don't know. I think she was a little bit embarrassed, but she then revealed that she was going to take 2 weeks off to go on holiday, take all vacation or whatever she calls it. But I then later learned she's gone to Australia for a bit, so she's on an Australian tour right now. So that she obviously wasn't going to be at the next set of tapings because she was in Australia. So that was a good way of writing her off TV anyway. Then in his first match in 4 years, Chavo Guerrero Jr. teamed with the Aztec Warriors to face Frankie Kazarian and First Class. I thought this was quite an epic match, to be honest with you.
Amazing.
I thought Chavo looked as good as ever, and he helped his team defeat First Class and Kaz. You know, some of the combinations that he was putting together in the ring and his speed.
Yeah.
His speed, his strength. He got the three amigos out. I thought he was. I mean, am I right? Yeah. Who did he do the three amigos on? I can't remember.
He did it on AJ Francis.
He did. That's it. That's what I was going to say. He was getting AJ Francis right up, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was incredible.
You know, I'm just going this by memory, guys. But yeah, no, I thought this match was really good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know if Chavo's staying around. I'm sure that's probably the only match we're going to get. But I thought it was really good, and I love the Aztec Warriors. I am so on board with the Aztec Warriors. Are you?
I think it's great to see Laredo Kid getting some different some direction. Hopefully, Octagon Junior is going to be sticking around, because I want to see these guys go for the tag division.
Yeah, man. I think he's good. I think he's really, really good. Definitely. Hang on, what's Gibbs was saying? Chavo was amazing.
Definitely.
It was a great match. I loved it. I absolutely loved that match. I'd love to see more of Chavo, but I think it was probably a one-off with regards to the fact they were in El Paso. And I'm sure that he's probably going to have to go and ice bath for the next 2 weeks after that match. The dude's 54 years old. There you go. William Gardner's just put, hey, Bill. How are you, mate?
Bill?
54 years old, Chavo. The dude is absolutely amazing, and he looks great. I mean, fantastic shape.
Yeah.
Fantastic shape. So yeah, really cool. Now Rosemary then delivers another message to Zaya Brookside. There's definitely, I'm telling you, we're going to get the demon and the angel. We're getting demons and
angels and demons, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah, we're definitely getting that. We then get Sami Callihan and Max Warner. We're handcuffed for War Word. This was quite good. I think it was it Santino Morello? I think was.
Yeah, he was trying to be the officiator, but he was on like an edge. Who do I piss off and who don't I piss off?
Yeah, he really wanted. He apparently wanted to get to the bottom of the issues.
Yeah.
But I think Callihan and Warner made it very, very clear that the rivalry was far from over. But anyway, eventually we ended up with Steph DeLanda through water at Sammy, and Morella obviously also teased a special mention of the TNA Digital Championship as well. So yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff going on there. I think this is going to go all the way to Rebellion. I think we're going to get some kind of like Full Metal Mayhem, or like, I don't know. We're going to get, we need a cage match. Can you imagine Sami Callihan locked in a cage with Max Warner?
Yeah, Barbed Wire Massacre.
That's what we need. Or a barbed wire massacre. Oh my God.
Might be too soon for it because we had one a couple of years ago, but you know, I'd love to see Sammy and Max Warner, Barbed Wire Massacre.
I think you're right, bud. I think you're right. That's going to be crazy. Masha Slamovich then defeats NXT's Jacy Jayne.
Really good match.
Do you think so? I wasn't so keen on it, I'll be honest. I thought it was mediocre.
Jacy Jayne, she reminds me of a slightly taller, slightly leaner Chelsea Green. So I was thinking, wow, it's like an alternative version of Chelsea Green versus Masha Slamovich. So I was really impressed with that.
I'm down with what you're saying, but then that's probably why I wasn't overly keen, because I'm not a fan of Chelsea Green. But yeah, no, I get
much more nastier and aggressive version, but she looks so similar to her.
I get what you're saying now. Like, now you've mentioned it, I totally get what you're saying. I can see that as well. Definitely. Then after the match, I think Tessa Blanchard, who was also banned from ringside during the actual match itself, assaulted Slamovich from behind.
As she does.
Yeah, Zaya Brookside and Young Lee, I think, came out, made the save, obviously for Masha. So, which was quite cool. Which then obviously sets something up for tomorrow. Eric Young, with the help of the Northern Armory, defeated Ace Austin. I thought this was a good match as well.
It's a very good match, but then it's inevitable. And Eric Young is just going to give you a good match. Ace Austin's going to give you an amazing match.
I'm a big fan of this version of Northern Armory now. I'm starting to really get into it. I think Eric is exactly the right person to be leading these boys. What do you
Yeah,
think?
he's one of these guys that can just reinvent himself like a snap of the fingers, and you're going to get something good. It's just
I think so too. I
he's
think
so
so.
unique. It's brilliant.
I just want to answer. Sorry, I've been meaning to answer Mir because he mentioned this last week. I don't read directly off the website just to
God's sake,
let you know. I do use the website for reference because obviously I don't make notes during the actual show because I like to watch it. And as I'm not actually giving a review there and then, I have no reason to do that. So, yes, I do use the website to then familiarize myself with what went down on the show. But no, I don't read directly from the website. But there you go. We found out that there was, we found out what was next for TNA champion Joe Hendry. I believe he then spoke to the crowd. Hendry said that he always been willing to put his title on the line against anyone from any company, as he's been saying all along.
Yeah.
He was then confronted by Elijah, who told Hendry that he's not the next challenger. In fact, he very much believed in Joe Hendry himself. Then Elijah was then in the middle of an impromptu concert when he was interrupted by Frankie Kazarian, who insulted the crowd as always. You've got to get that, haven't you? You've got to. You've got to insult them. I mean, if you're the heel, you've got to come out there and tell whatever crowd they are. They're a bunch of lowlifes.
He can say what he likes.
Yeah, man. And at the end of the day, if it's not John Schuyler coming out and doing it, you need Frankie to do it, don't you?
Definitely.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone needs to tell them what a bunch of wankers they are. Anyway, Hendry and Elijah brought the fight. Then we had sort of, I don't know, Frankie was at his bass guitar, didn't he, or something? He was bloody awful. I'm not going to lie. I've actually heard Frankie actually plays in a band. He's actually a good bass player. So I think that was kind of like all about playing up a little bit.
Yeah,
he was just
deliberately
making it same shit. Anyway, obviously Frankie was trying to get the crowd to sing whatever, and then obviously he was trying to get Joe and Elijah to have a fight, and to be fair, that then ended up with a couple of knuckle sandwiches. So it didn't work out too well for Frankie once again. I enjoyed this segment though. I did enjoy this segment. I just not too sure. I like the way that they're playing up this Elijah is all being like Joe's friend thing, because I'm telling you, he's definitely going to turn on him at some point in the future. There's no doubt about that. But I like it. I think this is, you're building a story. We're getting a friendship between two people, which we know is going to go sour at some point. Frankie's being Frankie. The crowd get insulted. What more do you need at a good wrestling show? Anyway, we then hit the main event. We've got Leon Slater versus Nick Nemeth. Leon, basically, as Nick Nemeth was coming in, Leon Slater obviously did his over the ring post, colliding with Nick on the floor. Nick made it apparent that he was targeting the left knee of Slater. Pardon me. Nick avoided the signature Swanton 450 from Leon, then spiked him with the Famouser. Nick then began to show his frustration after not being able to put Slater away. Continued working on that knee. Slater eventually connected with a twist of Slate, but Nick got his knees up on the Swanton 450 again. Ryan Nemeth obviously got involved as always from the outside, because that's
my
big brother. As Nick obviously capitalized with a super kick, of course, followed by the Danger Zone to then pick up the win. I thought this match was fantastic, mate.
Match.
Such a good match. The storytelling was good. The athleticism was really, really good. I think it really showcased how good Leon Slater actually is as a professional wrestler. When you can go toe to toe, not look at a place where the talent has been you know, in the WWE, he's wrestled for 20 plus years, and you look like you fully deserve to be in the ring with him.
It just backs up how good Nick Nemeth is. He was able to keep up with Leon Slater, and Leon Slater is like one of the fastest wrestlers I've seen in the ring.
Oh, mate. Absolutely fantastic job. Now, after the match, Nick and Ryan Nemeth obviously assaulted or continued an assault on Leon until the TNA World Tag Team Champs, the Hardys, chased them off. Matt got on the mic and said, while they're not currently cleared to compete, they will be by Rebellion on April the 27th. Matt laid out the challenge, the Hardys versus Nick and Ryan Nemeth. So we're going to get the Hardys versus the Nemeths for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Yeah, and that was it.
I'm
And
really looking forward to this.
and then the show went off air. Again, I think that's going to be a great match because, again, I think Ryan is underrated. A lot of people like, oh, Ryan Nemeth, you know, not that great. He's bloody annoying. Yes, he's doing a fantastic job. He's supposed to be annoying. He's a heel. Yeah. That's the job that he's doing. That's what he's trying to do. And of course, we're getting that heel Nick Nemeth, which is what we've always wanted, I think, for a little while. But what did you think of them? Well, you enjoyed the match. It's great. But
I love the match.
What do you think of the story that's being told now?
It's fantastic. I'm enjoying the storytelling, but TNA always does really solid storytelling in a lot of their matches. So, but this was really good, really good.
I thought so too. I think they're building lots of things at the moment. There's a lot of different things going on. They're teasing things. They've got the story. They've got certain stories that they're pushing more than others. You've got the tease of what's going to go down with Rosemary and Zaya. You got all that tease going on. You got the Steve Macklin stuff going on.
Yeah, the system was breaking down. Before they even went live on this week. Eddie Edwards called out the system to say things aren't working, guys. Someone needs to go because this isn't working.
Exactly. You know, there was that. There's loads of stuff going on at the moment. But with that. So with Impact obviously now over and done with, let's have a look forward to Thursday's Impact. So we've got Fatal Influence TNA's Fatal Influence. NXT's Fatal Influence, I should say, with TNA knockout Tessa Blanchard versus Masha, Zaya, and of course Yǐng Lee. This I think is going to be an absolute cracker.
Apparently, it's a must-watch match. People who have given feedback on it already, who were there, said this is one that you must watch. It was absolutely. Even Tommy Dreamer said this was one of the best matches he's seen all year.
Really, I'm looking forward to it because I'm starting to become a massive fan. I mean, you know how much of a fan I am of this version of Tessa Blanchard. I think she's incredible at the moment. I think she's on fire as probably one of the best heels in the world right now. Certainly one of the best female heels, that's for sure. But with Yǐng Lee, I think she's awesome. I think they're really starting to build her now. I think they're doing a fantastic job with her, and I want to see her go from strength to strength now. Because since she came in, I don't know whether there was. I don't know if there was. She obviously had some prior commitments, so she got signed.
Yeah,
she came in, did a few matches, but there was nothing solid for her, was there, at that moment? So I don't know whether they were just holding back a little bit because she had other commitments. She couldn't make certain dates and what, I don't know. But all I know is that they're doing a really good job with her now. And I was excited for her to come in because I'm big fan. So I can't wait to see what they do with her. Now we were just talking about the system. So what's going to happen with Eddie Edwards and of course the system? You know, what do we think is going down with this?
I think either Eddie Edwards is going to get fired or Moose is going to walk because of Eddie Edwards. Moose has now has got to defend his X Division title at Rebellion in an Ultimate X match. So I think Moose is going to say, if you guys think you can do it, you can tell me what to do, then you don't need me. I then probably spear Eddie Edwards regardless. But I think Moose is either going to walk or Eddie's going to get fired because if you want, one thing I love the whole promo for this, and you can watch the footage on the TNA website and YouTube and that now.
Yeah.
Eddie Edwards even snatched the microphone off of Alicia Edwards and interrupted her.
Yeah.
So I think if Craig gets a chance to check it out, he'll be clapping.
I think he probably will. Right. Okay. So this is my take on this. I think Eddie's making a play to become the leader to replace Moose.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on here. I think Eddie's making a play to be the top dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think is going on. But we'll see, because I think what he was trying to say was that everything currently is geared towards Moose as opposed to the entire thing. I think that's what's going on. But Gibster's thinking that Eddie's turning babyface. I don't know.
We could have a fire back.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might get fire back, but I don't know. I think he's making a play.
Yeah.
Eddie Edwards is a good heel. I think he's making a play to take over the leadership of the system, to take him back to winning ways. I think that's what he's saying. I think that's where he's going with this, but we'll see. We're also going to hear from Steph DeLander and Mance Warner. I think this is maybe where we're going to find out about the state of the Digital Media Championship, which is obviously the rumors that are going around, possibly. We've got a match between Elijah versus Frankie Kazarian.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Obviously, based on what went down this past week on Impact. I think that's where we're going with that. Spitfire versus NXT Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson.
This is going to be good.
I think it's going to be a great match, because what you've got here is you've got 4 powerhouse, badass wrestlers going at it. My only concern here is I think they're bigging up Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson here as potential contenders for the title, which means that Spitfire are going to lose, which I hate, because I love Spitfire, and I personally think that they should be, going for that title again.
They've got a contract to rematch, so we're gonna lose. It really doesn't damage them too much.
Yes. I mean, can I just Extreme D's just come on? Talking about the rumors.
Welcome.
I think that's a new person.
Yeah, welcome.
He's talking about the rumors of the new title. I think the new title sounds fantastic. I think it would become almost like the Intercontinental title, possibly. So it become like that second to the world title, which I hope it does. I think it's really cool.
Yeah,
I like the idea.
Just got to wait till this Thursday and then Unbreakable and see what happens.
Exactly.
But I'm looking forward to it, because the Digital Media Championship is dead in the water now. So if it's going to be replaced, then let's see what this does, because this looks amazing.
Yeah, man. And there's going to be a special announcement from Santino Marella. So I'm assuming that that's got something to do with the digital media and obviously possibly the new title.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see it. I bet it's going to look amazing. And again, it could be one of those titles that could go on anybody.
Definitely. I could see Elijah getting it, or Mike Santana before going for the world title.
Exactly. That's that. Again, when you think about the title scene at the moment, when you've got guys like Steve Macklin, you've got guys like Elijah on the scene, Nick Nemeth, you've got Mike Santana, you've got Mustafa Ali now. All these guys are well worthy of a title. So it's almost like, they need to introduce a new title, because they need to put it on. They need to get these titles to give some of these guys something to do.
Yeah.
You need to be able to take them away from potential for winning titles, or like you've got Ali and Santana at the moment feuding. That's basically because they both want to win the world title, and they can't. You can't get it on them yet. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. But again, Extreme D saying that after the what PCO did, then he's not surprised that this has happened. I agree. I mean, let's face it, we've not seen that digital title. I don't think since he's won it, it's actually been defended, right?
No, it's not. No, and I think the majority of the guys at Anthem weren't blown away by the idea to begin with, but it was Scott Moore's idea, so they thought let's see how it goes. But it started out great, and then after Joe Hendry lost it, it seemed to lose direction completely.
Well, what's interesting about it, I get it. I understand what it's about. It's an internet. It's almost like an internet
Yeah.
title or a newer version of like the TV title.
Yeah.
So I get it, but they just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't.
It didn't get pushed the right way enough.
I just don't think they did it right. I think
Rich Swan had it for like a week and then lost it. Laredo Kid had it for a couple of weeks and lost it, and then PCO's got it and nothing happened.
it just doesn't seem like they needed to make more rules for it. Like if you're going to have a digital media championship, then you have to have it relate to digital media, not just the person that's got it has got to like promote it all over digital media.
Yeah.
I don't mean that. What I mean is like, you've got to have like, I don't know, special championship matches that are exclusive to like the digital platform.
Yeah.
Or you've got to had stipulations in there with regards to how it could be defended, when it could be defended. Like it could, for instance, you could have had it exclusively on Xplosion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could have been a title that was defended exclusively on Xplosion, because at the moment Xplosion is only on via digital media.
Yeah, it would have been that enough. Would have been enough on its own.
So I don't know. I just think that they didn't really think about what a digital title means, rather than it's just another title. We're just going to call it digital media. We're just going to call it a digital media title, and it's all going to be fine. But you're right, Gibster. They do, and I think this international title idea, I think that could potentially be what they're after. That whole, and again, I mean, I've said for years, I don't understand why they don't have an Xplosion championship. I think it would be great. I think, and what they could do is, because they're using Xplosion quite a lot for bringing in, trying out new talents and all that kind of stuff. Why don't they, they could have brought in, say, they could have had two, couldn't they? They could have a male and a female Xplosion title. They could have brought Maggie Lee in and put the title on her.
Yes. Speaking of Maggie Lee, congratulations to Maggie Lee.
Of course.
Newest signing to TNA.
Oh, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And I was, you saw my reaction. I was marking out straight away. I was so pleased when this news broke, and I've been singing the praises ever since for the last week or so. Just like, it's fantastic to see her on TNA finally, and she's finally signed to the roster.
Oh, mate, totally agree with you. I think Maggie's fantastic, and I'm so pleased that she's signed. I mean, I know that TNI's own Trent Zubri was produced and worked with Maggie Lee over at AAW in Chicago, and he's absolutely over the moon for her getting to now
be some fucking great matches over there. I've seen quite a few of them. They're amazing. She's just
incredible talent, and I'm so pleased we've got her. But she's really tall. She's like 6'2" or something. She's really tall. So she's again a slightly different body type to what we've actually got at the moment. Like, I say that she's actually quite similar to Kylan King, really.
Yeah,
I guess in body type. But yeah, no, she's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Somebody said that Mir saying that she signed at the end of last year. Well, maybe she did, but they've only just announced it. But there you go. That's it, Trent, the Pasta Prince. You're correct. You're correct there. They need to showcase the belt more on their pay-per-view, not put it on the pre-show if you want fans to take the title seriously.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, did the Digital Media Championship need to be taken that seriously to a degree? For me, like I said, it was more of a kind of speciality title. Like the sort, like I said, the sort of thing that you needed to have a rules by how this title can be won, how you can be part, how you get a title match, where it's shown. Again, that's what we were talking about earlier. But I think with the international title, again, that's not something that really needs to follow rules with regards to where it's shown. It's not based on digital platforms or TV or anything like that.
This is going to be interesting to see what happens with it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if we can, if they can put this out there right, it could literally be the TNA version of the Intercontinental title, couldn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I think so. Now, guys, listen, I think that's pretty much all we've got time for this week. We've pretty much covered everything. I'm really sorry I didn't mention Maggie Lee. I should have mentioned that. I can't believe it because I'm really pleased for that as well. But it's fantastic to have Maggie as part of the Knockouts roster now, but on a full-time basis. I cannot wait to see what's in store for her in the coming weeks, months, and hopefully years. That she's with the company. But guys, listen, if you want to show your support for TNI UK or the US teams, please feel free to drop us a super sticker or head over to our prowrestlingtees.com/total nonstop impact for some great shirts, or head over to our exclusive Spreadshirt merch store. Links, of course, are below and on our YouTube site. All TNI shows, for all you listen on the Go fans, audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite shows. We are there. Where can we find you on the socials, bud?
You can follow me on Twitter at JOK Empty Space. You can jump onto YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Look for #Empty Space, #Into the Void. Or if you fancy to take your safe spreads and you send him a #Daily Giggle, but approach with an open mind, and you just might keep your sanity.
Senator. Yeah. I'm going to do that because Craig's not here. So I'm kind of add that one in there. He's going to start plastering it all over the chat in a minute. If you're wanting to follow TNI, guys, you can follow us on all the social media platforms at We Talk Impact. Okay, just go check that out. So every single social media platform at We Talk Impact. Go and give us a follow. We do appreciate it. And of course, also share it around as well. If you like the show, share us around. Make sure other TNA fans get to see Total Nonstop Impact, because, share the love. Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring. If you want to know a little bit more about the Bison, if you want to follow me, you can find me on X at LordBison45. Also, my TikTok channel is growing very nicely right now at Bison by Design. Go and check me out there. But yeah, guys, listen, please take the time to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up.
I'm doing the thumbs up, although you can't see me. I am doing the thumbs up.
He's doing it. I'll tell you what, I'll do too. There you go. That's mine. This is Joe's. All right, mine and Joe's. Give us a thumbs up. And if you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle.
A tickle. Oh, yeah.
A squeeze.
Oh, yeah.
Or, of course, a smash.
And my nose.
Let's go. Smash. To never miss any of the TNI UK and US teams' great TNA related content coming out each and every week. But guys, listen, with all that said, I've been Bison. And
I've been the Joker somewhere.
He's definitely been the Joker in the void of his own mind. And Limpster's been in the chat. And this has been episode 224 of Impacted. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Much love to the TNI tribe.